Hello everyone. Terrence, Nick and I have decided to make our project on the element lead, a material you may think you know a lot about, but you don't. For instance, did you know that lead has been used by humans for about 6,000 years now, making it one of the first major metals used by us? The evidence of this is shown in a 6,000-year-old necklace found in Anatolia, I butchered that name, an ancient city in modern-day Turkey. Since then, it's been a great use for mankind, being used in everything from gasoline to wine in ancient Rome. As you might know, the Romans learned their lesson fairly quickly. You see, many people fail to notice that lead is very dangerous, and contact with this element in large quantities can result in death. Modern society has come to terms with this harsh reality the hard way. Yet, despite lead being banned for civilian use, roughly 500,000 people die every year from lead poisoning. And that's just in the US. Granted, Americans aren't really careful of what they put in their mouth, but still, that lone statistic is truly bizarre. How is it that lead paint was only first banned in 1978? Well, we can't say for sure, but we reckon it has something to do with corporate misconduct. But that's a whole nother thing. The largest issue with lead was its usage in gasoline. Back in 1921, a guy by the name of Thomas Midgley Jr. was experimenting with an engine and different types of fuel. He discovered that a chemical compound called tetraethyl lead, that word, made the engines work a lot better.
This discovery would lead to the death of millions and many more problems the world still encounters today. One of these problems is that inhaling lead lowers your IQ as a child, as it affects the brain and prevents the release of neurotransmitters. This also makes a child more likely to have behavioral problems. A study shows that children with high amounts of lead in their baby teeth were many times more likely to fail high school. The same children were more likely to commit crimes 20 years into the future, as shown by this graph. At this moment, lead is believed to be the cause of 2/3 of all unexplainable intellectual disabilities.
Now I will be telling you some facts you need to know about lead. The atomic number for lead is 82. Atoms are made up of 3 kinds of smaller particles, called protons, neutrons, and electrons. The atomic number is the number of protons in the atom, which in this case is 82. Lead is in the group called other metals. The more specific properties of lead can usually be observed using our senses or involve a numerical measurement, such as determining its boiling, freezing, and melting point. The physical properties of lead. Lead is a solid. It is a bluish-white metallic element. It has a slight glow and it is capable of being bent or shaped. It has a poor transmission of heat or electricity, and it is relatively soft. The chemical properties are the characteristics that determine how lead will react with other substances when it is changed chemically. The chemical properties of lead are reactivity with water. It dissolves slowly in water. Oxidation. It does not react with oxygen in the air. Flammability. It does not burn. Reactivity with acids. It reacts quickly with hot acids, but slowly to cold acids. Corrosion. It is very resistant to corrosion, but tarnishes upon exposure to air.